Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Empress 1111. I'm going to go ahead and start with the prayer, and then we're going to get started with your reading. Lately, my eye been twitching really, really bad, and I think it's something significant with Aquarius, okay? It's just so crazy because I'm currently going through a divorce, and and my estranged husband, Mercury is Aquarius. So something surrounding mind control or someone's mind, someone trying to dominate someone's mental. Surrounding something. Somebody feels like somebody can get inside of the mind. Siphon someone's energy. Let's pray. Holy Spirit, ancestor, highest light, thank you as we go into Sagittarius energy for Empress 1111. I ask that you block all psychic attack, all evil eye, return it back to center, transmuted, blessed, and bliss. Please give us the clearances that we need this time for strong hedge protection around this energy. Thank you, my Orishas. Thank you, my angels. Thank you, my ancestors. My deceased loved ones of my highest light. And thank you, Holy Spirit, I share in me. My nose been itching. It's been on point lately, strong. Okay, so the intuitive message I got is it's a little too late. That's what I heard. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. What's going on? It's a little too late. You could be telling somebody it's a little bit too late, or somebody's telling you it's a little bit too late, or something's a little bit too late. I can't make this up. We got the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Sun energy, okay, in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in the upright, King of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So you may be a Sagittarius, because I'm seeing the King of Wands masculine, or you could be a Sagittarius feminine that's in masculine energy. Please take the messages however it resonates. But I'm definitely seeing, like, with the Sun in reverse and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun energy is like being enlightened, being able to see something clearly, or some form of clarity, or to actually know. It's one thing, like when the moon energy is like you see the moon, but you really can't see what's around the moon. All right, if we're talking about like physical sense, like when you step outside in the middle of the night, you see the moon, but you need a flashlight to see everything else. But when the sun is out, with the sun in reverse, when the sun is out, you see everything, but the sun is in reverse, so it's really giving like somebody can't see in the middle of the day, not literally, but spiritually. Like something is clear as day to somebody. You're saying something to someone, like you basically saying something is clear as day. Something is clear as day, and somebody's like, maybe they are a non-believer, but whatever you have going on, something is clear as day. Something someone is doing is clear as day. Something you're saying is clear as day. Like I'm really, something significant is clear as day. Something is clear as day. It's like something is clear as day. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, something clear as day. But because something is too late, they're gonna have to let it go. Okay? Somebody's mind is already made up. Something surrounding work, or what somebody does for work. Something is clear as day. You could be dealing with a King of Wands. or you are this King of Wands, right? There's a King of Wands possibly that's working on doing something deceptive for money, right? You could be dealing with another fire sign. It really depends on the placements. Somebody might be working under some form of elusive energy, like they're under different people's energies trying to do something. I'm getting that, but I'm also getting whatever that they're working on. All right, somebody can see what they're doing, right? So somebody think they're hiding whatever that is that they're doing. All right, somebody looking right at them, right? Somebody might feel like the jig is up surrounding your work, right? King of Wands. So they might be saying you're being deceptive surrounding something, but in all reality, all right, they're being deceptive surrounding something, surrounding Queen of Swords. Somebody, because something is too late. When something's too late, can nobody be deceptive if something is too late? Something is in your face. It's kind of like somebody robbing the bank and they told the officer, I robbed the bank, and then walked off. And then the police didn't do anything because nobody called. Nope, they didn't see any money. They just told them that. So by the time they get to their destination, right, and they see the same officer again, and they pull up in a Lambo, and they're like, I know how you got it. You robbed the bank. And it's like, it's too late. That's kind of like what it gave. It's kind of like, I know that you know that I robbed the bank because I told you I robbed the bank. Like, that's what it gave. Like, somebody wants you to, I don't know what this is, but somebody wants you to be the culprit so bad, and they're like the superhero. Somebody's in La La Land because something was in their face. Something was in their face. It's like, give it up already. Give it up. All right. You're gonna have to get to work, King Wands. Okay? Or you could be a King Wands telling another King Wands is, or something. You're like, duh. That's what it gave too. Right? But there is somebody, a fire sign, trying to be deceptive surrounding your money or something that you're working with. If you're working with someone surrounding something, you may be working with a Queen of Swords. Somebody's trying to take that from you. They feel entitled to that. Not a fool card flipped over. It's really like somebody a fool. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Yeah. You're like, something wasn't devil energy though. It's not devil energy, so why are you mad? What's your problem? You can't master your emotions like you say you could. Like, that's what it gave, Sagittarius. Y'all know y'all the teachers. You know y'all the teachers. Y'all can teach a thing, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. You can teach some things now. So it's like, when somebody come to you like they can school you on some shit, you like, you done? Because that's what I just said. That's your response. You done? Because I just said that. Right? That's you. Sagittarius. You're like, give it up. Just let that shit go, bro. Or let that shit go, sis. Because it ain't my fault that you didn't see the situation for what it is. Nobody in devil energy. I work for my shit. That's what you saying, King of Wands. Or you could be a feminine, masculine, feminine. You like, I work for my shit. Why you trying to be deceptive and everything? I've been in my bag. I don't have to take shit from no motherfucking body. That's what you saying, Sagittarius? Somebody want to challenge you about money sense. And you like, I've been in my motherfucking bag. Yeah. You could be a Queen of Pentacles You may have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart. Or you could be a water sign. You may have water placement, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You may have those placements in your chart. You're like, I've been in my bag, so what's up? I've been doing what I've been doing since I've been doing it, so what's up? Right? You could be telling a king of wands, somebody could be telling you that. Clarify this 8 of Pentacles. All right, you got a King of Cups here that's working on something. All right, they're not defeated. They're not defeated by something, but something is heavily burdensome, or something is heavily burdening someone about someone's work, or about your work, or something that you do, or what you're working with someone, or something like that. They're not defeated. They just feel burdened by it. Clarify this King of Wands. What's going on with this King of Wands? What's going on? They're going to actively try to do something. Yeah, to end somebody's wheel of fortune. But what's the results of that? Because everybody wants to know what's going to happen before they do something, right? Just in case all else fail or something like that. Yeah, they're going to be looking like a damn fool because somebody's going to leave somebody. Somebody's going to leave anyway. So maybe so they're going to be left being stuck trying to fix something. It's like somebody trying to fix broken glass. And what's the point of fixing broken glass when you're not going to be able to put the pieces back together? You're not going to be able to, whatever this is. Meaning, like, by them being stuck, whatever they try to do is going to reverse back to them. They're going to end up losing the wheel of fortune. And they're going to be, let me say this right. If you're dealing with another King of Wands surrounding something, they're going to end up looking foolish. They're going to lose the wheel of fortune. And they'll just be seen as immaturely, they're going to be seen as immature. Impulsive. That's what I heard. They're going to lose the wheel of fortune for being impulsive. So they're going to end up losing something, trying to help somebody else in something. It's like somebody trying to help somebody. Let's just say somebody wronged you. They stole from you. Let's say they stole, I don't know. Let's say they stole something very, very valuable from you, right? It could be a vase or something like that, or a vase. Somebody stole a vase from you, right? And it was an expensive vase. Let's use that for an example, right? They stole it and gave it to somebody else. So when you found out that they stole your vase, right? You try to give this person a chance, but they keep stealing from you, right? They just keep doing it. And eventually you're like, you know what? Not only am I going to cut your ass off, but you're not allowed in my home, right? And I'm going to start associating myself with people who don't steal, right? So even though this person doesn't ever feel defeated surrounding that, right? Let's just say whoever this King of Cups is in this position, right? Although they don't feel defeated, they feel burdened by the fact that you're not allowing them to be your friend or an associate or someone you would invite in your home because they have tried to steal from you and they gotten away with it before, right? It's like somebody trying to come and so you gave somebody an opportunity. Let's just say you gave somebody an opportunity or a chance to redeem themselves, but they use that opportunity to help somebody who stole from you. So now they're getting ready to lose every fucking thing, on top of the fact that they don't get another chance. So who gonna save them, right? We got the Seven of Swords. What's the Seven of Swords? We got the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. It looks like what's going to happen is with this Seven of Swords, it's going to be somebody that's going to come in and give somebody an opportunity, right? To prevent from um being put in a position to be in their head about anything. An Emperor in reverse due to betrayal from a Queen of Wands in reverse. So somebody, I'm getting this energy. Somebody gonna, this Queen of Pentacles could be a mature woman, could be somebody's mom or something like that, or it could be a married woman, it could be a wealthy woman, something like that. But whoever this, I'm hearing will. So not a person named Will, but like an actual document of a will or something like that. Somebody's going to try to bribe somebody through a will. With the Seven of Swords, they're going to bribe them through a will and say, you don't have nothing to worry about. I got you on the will. So it's okay for you to do that. Right? But here's the catch-22 when somebody say that to you, because this is the reason why I work hard for my shit, right? This is why I have what I have, and I say who stays and who goes, because when you work for yourself, can't nobody bribe you with a will. Can't nobody tell you how to be grown or your definition of grown, because you work for yourself. And nobody, it ain't one of them situations like, if you don't do what I say, I gotta take you off the wheel type thing. Anything after that, it's just harassment, because you work hard for your shit. Nobody should be able to come in and take what the fuck you work hard for. Period. Right? But you got situations where people will use like family dynamics and shit like that. They'll use the will as a reference to allow you to be deceptive because you work it under them, which is bad boss energy. Yeah. King of Swords stepped in. They like, it's really, sorry, with the Nine of Wands, it's really this King of Wands is gonna fight back. Okay, I mean not King of Wands, King of Swords energy. They're gonna try to fight back surrounding something, or you could be a King of Wands, so you got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart. Somebody's gonna fight back because somebody feel like somebody's overstepping any boundary. Another energy I'm picking up too, there is a King of Wands, probably an authority figure. Like, let's just say this King of Wands is associated with the Queen of Pentacles in some form of fashion, because this set underneath the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is going to pay a King of Swords to attack somebody. But they may be dealing with another Queen of Pentacles, somebody who's like an authority figure, like a boss, a mature woman that's working with a King of Swords, right? Like on this particular channel, Empress 1111, I'm working with a King of Swords, but there's another Queen of Pentacles that's going to try to pay a king. Maybe they are associated with each other in some form of fashion, right? To do something impulsively, like impatient, like they have like this demeanor, like some sense of entitlement to try to boss hog somebody else's shit. So it's like two different energies that's trying to boss hog somebody else's shit. Like, that's what I got, right? But something, if let's just say they're operating from the planets, but they're not operating from the houses, that can backfire. That can easily backfire on them, right? Yeah. You just gonna be in your bag and you gonna stay away from these people. That's what I got. Yeah. You're gonna be like, I don't know what they got going on. That's what it You know, I don't know what they got going on here, but all I know is these people gonna end up attacking each other surrounding something. Because what is this Queen of Pentacles doing? Right? Now I understand I'm doing Sagittarius energy. They could be a Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius with the Queen of Pentacles energy, right? But if you're planning to be deceptive surrounding something, that's gonna backfire, right? Because maybe this Queen of Pentacles might feel like they're protecting a King of Wands, but they may not be a Sagittarius. They could have Sagittarius placements. They could be like a Aries or a Leo or something like that. Or they could just be a Leo or something like that. Because Leos have this confidence about them where sometimes their ego get a little bit too big and they feel like everything's about them. But even under somebody else's energy, they believe everything's about them or something like that. And it might not be about them. But they're choosing to be deceptive because it's right next to the Seven of Swords. They're choosing to be deceptive because they have their own motive. Yeah, they have their own motives surrounding someone's money. So they plan to be deceptive towards this Queen of Pentacles. And this Queen of Pentacles is going to contact this King of Swords to get this King of Swords to do something. And because this King of Swords don't know what's going to happen next, or they don't really know the full story of a situation, they're going to do something that's going to put them in a situation where they're going to choose to be by themselves. Any other way, this Queen of Pentacles might do the same damn thing because it's right next to each other. And it all started because there's a King of Wands who took action on trying to help this King of Cups in a situation after trying to sabotage someone's work. And it's just like a domino effect. Somebody trying to help somebody who tried to hurt someone's job, or hurt somebody on a job, or hurt their business. And then they try to help, find out they couldn't help, and try to be deceptive by telling the Queen of Pentacles to go about something a certain way. This Queen of Pentacles going to go to this King of Swords. This King of Swords is like the last person in line finding out. You ever played that game Rumors, right? When they say something silly like the ball is in the cup, and by the time they put it this way, by the time they get around the whole room whispering in each other's ear or something like that, they say something totally different from what was said the first damn time. That's where this King of Swords is. The person that got the last bit of information that got twisted, burnt, and sprinkled every damn where, right? So they're going to feel betrayed by this Queen of Pentacles. But the Queen of Pentacles' intention is not to betray this King of Swords. She might feel like she's doing something to help the situation, but that's not how this King of Swords is going to take it. This King of Swords is going to take it like, you betrayed me, and that's something that you always do, because that's underneath the Seven of Swords. They ain't going to take it, they're not going to take it like that. This King of Swords is not going to, because they are authoritative, they're military minded. They believe because I'm structured, you ought to be structured too. If anything, you should be grounded, Queen of Pentacles. But all this Queen of Pentacles was trying to do was help this King of Wands, but this King of Wands was being deceptive. Why is this King of Pentacles being deceptive? Because let me tell you how many energies I just picked up, right? Because all of it sounded like one situation. I picked up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I picked up 6 different energies right here. 6. You just got to know where you are in this situation. Clarify this King of Wands and the Seven of Swords. I can't make this up. Five of Swords. They're gonna create. They're doing it intentionally to get somebody stuck. So it's almost like somebody's trying to compete. Somebody's trying to compete over somebody. by helping the person that tried to hurt somebody on a business. And when something don't work out in their favor, they're gonna go to this Queen of Pentacles. They're gonna create some shit. They're gonna say something to get this Queen of Pentacles to do something. And this Queen of Pentacles is gonna take it up to this King of Swords. And whatever that they do, it's gonna put them in isolation. Not in a bad way, but more so of I really don't want to. I don't want to have nothing to do with this shit no more. Like that. I'd rather just go and get my money because I don't. Yeah. Judgment on somebody trying to keep someone stuck. Somebody don't want somebody to travel. So if something was surrounding traveling at a distance or going to a particular place, or that's the motive of this whole situation. The only person that did not have that in mind was this King of Cups. The only thing on this King of Cups mind is trying to prove that they were right about sabotaging someone's business. Right? Only to find out that they're only carrying their own burdens because that's what they gave to somebody else. It's almost like somebody going out the door, getting ready to go out the door, and be like, hey, whoa, before you leave, you left your bags. You left your burdens. You left your worries. You left your pain. You left your sabotage. You left all your bags here. You got to take that with you. You can't stay here. I ain't got no room. Right? So, that's what that is. And this King of Wands is just deceptive all the way around. I don't know what's up with that. They got the 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords. They just deceptive all the way around. They want to end somebody's money. They want to do something reckless, fast, impulsive, and just foolish all the way around. I don't know. This King of Wands, I don't know. But whatever this is, though, whatever they get ready to do, what's the end result of that? We got the 10 of Cups. Somebody you're gonna still end up getting the 10 of Cups. It depends on where your placement, your Sagittarius placement is. I'm looking at this 10 of Wands and this 10 of Swords in reverse. It's really giving like, I gotta deal with this bullshit, but I refuse to be defeated. So I'm gonna take a leap of faith. So it's like you're gonna be elusive. You're gonna move around. But whatever this is, this 10 of Cups landed on this King of Wands. So you may, like I said, we in Sagittarius energy. So you're gonna utilize how to move to get what you want. They might sit in the same energy. You're gonna move around. I'm hearing you know how to move around. You know how to move. Yeah, with the Temperance card, I can't make it up. All right, Sagittarius energy. You're going to know how to move. Yeah, you had somebody unemotional. They got out of something. A Libra energy, they got out of something. Yeah. Yeah, we got the Earth of 1 and Fire of 3. Okay? Another thing I'm getting, alright, something significant with changing how you eat or something. Or that's what you're telling someone. Alright? I heard juicing. So juicing is significant. Somebody wants to prove to you that somebody is not worth being with because of how well they treat you. So it's kind of like, yeah, with the disloyalty card, with the loyalty card in reverse, they want to prove to you that this person who you see as the apple of your eye, they want to initiate this person being seen as disloyal to you because, yeah, that's what they're doing. Because of how you helped someone due to a cold-hearted situation. So they chose to pick the side where somebody wronged someone in. So it's kind of like, I'm gonna watch you how I got you. So if you met them at the club, every time this person want to go to the bar or something like that, you assume that they going out there to go cheat because that's how you met them. So the way they looking at it, like, oh, if they'll cheat with you, if they'll cheat with you, if they'll cheat on somebody with you, they'll cheat on you with somebody else type thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm pretty brutally honest about everything I do. And maybe somebody don't think somebody that honest, but somebody really that honest, right? Because you only got one life to live. You really do. So it's one of them situations, like, it's a two-way stream. If you get with somebody, let's say you got with somebody and it was in a horrible situation, right? Like that song, You Could Do Better, or something like that. I know y'all remember that song, where the girl was going through something abusive or something like that, and the dude was singing like, you could do better, or something like that. Somebody wants to prove that somebody should have stayed in that situation, right? Like a situation like that. And because if you didn't meet them in that situation like that, they was more liable to be loyal, right? But this is my thing. When a person gets out of an abusive relationship or very extremely toxic relationship, of course, when they get in the next relationship, they're going to treat them 10 times better, because they don't want to take a chance of somebody putting their hands on them. Duh. Why would they do that? Why would you think that they would go and cheat after just somebody got out of a situation or a traumatic situation? It's already, and it took them long enough to leave that, right? And somebody sat there and watched them go through it for years. I don't think cheating would be the first thing on their mind. It'll be, I will choose myself before I get in a relationship, because I don't know what you would do. Somebody don't want to hop from one relationship that did them bad just to get in another relationship that possibly could do them worse. Duh. Somebody ain't thinking. It's kind of like somebody, let's just say from a man's perspective, right? You get, because men don't really go through the same type of trauma with, women go through when it comes down to abuse or something like that. But what if they dealt with a woman that gave them a venereal disease, and every month or every 2 months you gotta go get your checkup because there's always something new that you done caught or some shit like that? Soon as you decide that you're gonna move on because you done gave your heart, I'm telling you, your mind, body, and soul, you done paid all the bills, you done supplied all the groceries, you done helped with not only with the kids but the additional kids that she had before she got with you. You know what I'm saying? And you done dealt with her family, and the family didn't like you, but she was the one that was doing you wrong type shit. Soon you decide to say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I tried everything I could. I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like how this is going. Your family mistreats me. They disrespect me. You let your folks come in here and do what they want to do. I'm paying all the bills. You let this person do what they want when they come around the kids. And da 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 da. You don't set no boundaries. You make me feel like my voice is irrelevant and stuff like that. And they have been shouting it to the rooftop, but everybody like, no, you need to stick it out because y'all got kids, and the kids done got you. Her kids and got used to you. And if you the man, you got to be able to still maintain the bills. You can't put that off on her. How she gonna do that and take care of the kids and da 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 da? And you don't want to be straight out and say, oh, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, I'm going through this, because you know damn well if you put your business out there, people's just going to continue to put you in that bind. And you decide to choose yourself. You say, God, you had to have that conversation with God, and you're like, you know what, God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I ain't got but one life to live, and this woman keep doing this shit to me. I don't know how much I can take before I catch some shit that I can't get rid of. And then when you decide to pick yourself up and move on, okay, the new person that you meet, you feel like, damn, that's the love of my life. Her friends, her family, she could have been everything you possibly needed, everything you possibly wanted in a person. But her friends and her family, or some random ass fucking stranger, okay, that went through something similar but not quite like your situation, gonna tell her, I don't think you should be with somebody like that because I done heard some shit about them. And plus, if that person's just leaving out a relationship, don't you think he'll give you some shit that you ain't? He already dealing with a chick that they be getting around and shit, da 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 da, and she just decided that she don't want to deal with you because of what she heard or what people was trying to prove about you. How would you like it? How would you like it? That was a mouthful, wasn't it? But that's just how much somebody had to go through. And when somebody picks themselves up to move forward, the last thing they need is a group of strangers or people who don't know a situation that well to come in with their 2 cents, because it's going to come a time when you want to be heard or you need somebody to hear you out. And then nobody going to want to hear what you got to say. But all you're going to have is God. But maybe life is just designed that way so that you can go to God about it. And if you don't go to God about it, then guess what? You're just going to have to suffer through it until you figure it out, right? Right? I would assume. I would think so. So I'm assuming somebody wants to come up with some form of, I heard scandal. They want to help this Libra, some form of Libra energy who is extremely unemotional, right? Or there is a Libra energy that's extremely unemotional, right? But I'm also getting the unemotional because they know the end result of something. Like, if somebody do something, they already know what's going to happen next. So it doesn't matter what this person does. They know what's going to happen next, right? It's almost like you gave them a fair warning before they do anything else, and they still trying to be sneaky. So it doesn't matter what this person does. They already know what's going to happen. So if they want to take that chance, go right on ahead. And it's possibly why a King of Swords is going to just separate themselves surrounding something, because they're like, I'm gonna not do that, right? Because I get it if somebody wasn't trying to be conniving and it was all the way right about something, but you trying to help somebody be deceptive. So I don't want that type of bad juju falling on me or something like that. I don't want that to fall on me. So I'm gonna just separate myself surrounding that and let things happen the way it be, right? I'm really getting that. But all in a nutshell, okay, if somebody went through something that was toxic, could be abusive, or the scenario I just gave you, right? And somebody is hell-bent on hurting you, and they don't even know you, right? But they want to hurt you because they're in their ego about how you should be treated. And they want to prove to you that somebody should continue to go on. Somebody's still going to leave whoever this is, right? Somebody's still going to get whatever somebody told them, hey, if you do this, I'm going to sue you, or something like that. They still going to get, somebody's still going to leave somebody. Somebody's still going to sue that other person. Somebody still ain't going to get what they want for being deceptive. And they just leave a person to be free and single and doing whatever the fuck they want to do, right? So nobody wins. They might win for like 15 seconds, right? But they're not going to win, period. Because no matter what a person does to you, you still have an option. These people want you to believe that you don't have an option. You don't have a choice when you actually do, right? Secret, you feel like, you know what, I'm glad that you broke all this shit down to me the way that you did, okay? Because this right here is some bullshit, right? Because you would have never never knew how to see something if somebody didn't bring it to you the way that they did. Because sometimes some people got to bring it to you raw, all right, for you to get it. And now you looking at possibly you was in your feelings about a situation because you feel like somebody was just spying on you just to hate. Okay, and that's really what was going on. Somebody's really just watching you just to see if they can find a reason to hate on you. I said this shit. You know, it's so crazy. I said this shit. I don't know how long ago this was when I said it, right? I was like, because growing up, they used to tell us, oh, Jesus is coming back, right? He's going to come out the sky going to crack open and stuff like that. And I was like, if I was Jesus, I'd have came back cussing. I'd have came down this motherfucker just cussing up, boy. I'd have been going off on every damn body. I can't believe y'all acting like this. Ain't no fucking way. But Jesus would have came, if Jesus was to come out of the sky, cracked up the sky, or something like that, whatever they said that was going to happen, right? I'd have came back cussing because I already know I was going to have haters. Like, even Jesus himself, even though if that mythology was to be true, somebody, human form come out the sky or something like that, he would have had haters because it would have been so many women trying to throw themselves at him just to come off holy instead of just real, that it would have just, he would have had haters. He would have been like, man, I ain't got time for this. God, I know you ain't sent me down here for all this. They finna do this shit again. They finna crucify my ass the fuck again, Lord. I ain't mean to cuss like that, Father God, but I can't believe you got me in this situation, right? Literally, right? Because Jesus would have had them holes in his face, and he was like, no, that's not what I came here for, right? He would have had them holy hoes, right? And he'd be like, I know I did not come back for this. I did not know. This is not what I signed up for. And God would be like, but you got to go and get the people. And he was like, no, these people right here, these different. They ain't like the other thing. They ain't like the people back in the day. They looking at my shoes, talking about what are those, right? When he had them Jesus sandals, they were like, they looking at me talking about what are those, holding up their camera and stuff. I can't take these people back with us. You can't take that. I keep trying to tell them they gotta leave their phones behind, but they don't want to leave their phones behind. Okay, they talking about Maserati. We can't drive up to the sky. Okay, and then what is these things on these women back? Okay, some of them look like diapers, and he might not even say diapers. He probably would have said baby cloths or something like that. They look like they packed they backs with baby cloths, right? Not knowing that BBLs are in style or something, right? And it'd be like, and what is this? What's he would have picked up some stuff, like not knowing what it is, like I just feel like Jesus would have just been completely disgusted. He would. And think about it. And then no matter how nice he would have been, he would have had haters, like off the muscle. As soon as he think he got some, he would have had more than just one. If he thought Judas was bad, he would have had a nigga cross him in his face, right? Like, oh, Jesus, we finna go to Bible study. You want to come, right? He thinking they righteous and stuff. And they be like, yeah, I'm gonna ride with you. And soon as it's time to go, they already gone or something like that. He'd be like, I have no way to call them. I don't know how to operate no phone. And the person been done drove all time, fly there, nigga. You got down from the sky, you can get there to the Bible study. Like Jesus would have had them haters, dog. He would have had them haters. Chicks would have came up to him because he knew how to fly, come out the sky, like. Then he would have had all the overly political people. Like, think about if that was an actual movie or something. Like, if he came back to this time or something like that, all the people who's extremely political but living low income would have just came to him. So what you got to say about the government? Like, they would have just blamed him on why the government corrupt. I don't got nothing to do with that. I just came back to get the people. No. But you sat there and watched us, though. You saw us go through this, though. Like, but it would have been a situation where Jesus would have to say something. He would have to say something like, we got to do something about the government. Like, we got to do something. Like, he would have literally have to do that because the people would have led him no choice. He would have had no choice but to say something about AI, or he would have had no choice but to say something about people, you know what I'm saying, like kids suffering and children not eating or getting food. Like, Jesus wouldn't have no choice but to say something about that. So you can't even really get mad at some people who are in the conscious community speaking up for certain things or going about something a certain way, because that's exactly how it would have went. That's exactly how it would have went. If not, trust me, the people would have got on him. It would have been happening all over again. All of a sudden, people would have been friends that you never knew they were friends. I'm telling you, they would have chopped down a tree, the same damn thing, right? And carved that thing and said, remember this? And the people so arrogant these days, they'd be like, don't make me go get that cross. You know how people be trying to blame, like, when you get into it with a person, don't let me go get such and such on you. It would have been one arrogant person. Don't let me go get that cross. Don't let me get that cross. Like, they would have just did that just to consistently intimidate Jesus. Like, these people of the day, ain't no way you could possibly think that Jesus come back. He ain't come back to this shit. Not like this. That's why it's called Christ consciousness. You got to have that within. Because in a way, common sense, even God knows. He knew you before you knew you. So why would you think that he wouldn't know that if he sent his son somewhere, something ain't gonna happen? Okay? God is not a narcissist. He's not gonna send his child out knowing that harm can be done to him all over again. He let it happen one time only because he was born there. But after he left, that was it. You only got one time to hurt my child. That's any parent. You got one time to hurt my child. That's it. Anything after that, I'm going to come off as a bad parent for consistently allowing you to continually do that to my child. Period. Period. You got one chance. I might give you plenty. But when it's mine, or it's my seed, or if it's coming from me, has my spirit, my blood inside, you only got one. You don't get that many chances. You barely get a piece of a chance, right? Right? I'm ready to go off as soon as I think you about to do it. People don't understand. Yeah, somebody is just hell bent on being a critic. Right? That's what I got out of this situation. Somebody wants to be a critic surrounding how you should be seen as far as fascinated. But what exactly are they doing? Because this actually can flip. Whoever this is, this can flip. If you're not doing anything to change lives, what are you doing? Being a critic ain't getting you nowhere. Critics get paid for what they do. If you sit around drawing up conclusions, then they ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's how I see it. It's a waste of time. People don't understand everything that's going on now is exactly how it would have went down if if the sky cracked and Jesus came like a thief in the night. It would have happened the same way. It would have happened the same way. And you get mad at the people who just keep it real and tell you what it is. You got mad. Which further lets me know that y'all wouldn't be ready if Jesus was the type of person to just crack the sky and come. If the mythology actually was to happen, y'all wouldn't be ready. You be like, you lying. First thing you would have said, man, you lying. You lying. Why you ain't got them shoes on? Why you ain't got this on? They would just because somebody went and bought him a t-shirt and some pants. No, nigga, you won't. They would have judged him off the bat because he ain't wearing what they wore back in BC age. Like they still making them. For real. People wouldn't be ready for that. They wouldn't be. Soon as he say something righteous online, they would have created a whole bunch of viral duplicates. They would have even made him a rapper. They would have turned him into a rapper. He would have been in front of the mic. The devil thought he had me. Da 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 da. Like they would have just created all kind of things, and it would be an illusion. A glass ceiling would be just so tight around the people to the point where Jesus just would have been stuck here, mad at his daddy. Now he came back to get the people, but he had to heal now. That's just how screwed up the world really is. That's just how screwed up the world really is. And people don't see that. People don't see that. They want to get vengeance. They don't want to fix the problem. They just want to look good. As soon as you say humane or humanitarian or philanthropist, you automatically the devil. When did that become the devil? When did that become evil? Because you're feeding the people who don't have anything. Wow. 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 That's the world we're living in. So excuse me, if I just so happen to just not see things everybody else way. I just don't see it. Because some people worship money to the point where if people actually got along, they'll get mad. Because people thrive off people. There's some people out there that thrive off people not getting along. They actually live like that. They thrive off that shit. As soon as Jesus said something deep, somebody would figure out how to shadow ban it or take it off or try to block it saying it's spam or saying something like, oh, it's harassment or I got offended or something like that. So as soon as he says something real, because that's not what they're teaching. You would have had pastors competing with Jesus. That's just how deep that would have been. But I hope this message helped you. Um, I don't really have anything else to say, but that was just my viewpoint, guys. That don't necessarily mean like, live off that, thrive off that. That's just my viewpoint. That's just my point of view on how I see the world. Because I'm very observant. I'm very observant. I can, when you seeing a lot of shit and I could just see that shit like people, Jesus, that Christmas back in 95 or that Christmas back in, I don't know, 91 when I was supposed to get that easy bake oven. Like, my mama couldn't afford that easy bake oven. Okay. And I'm just trying to see because my mama said it wasn't no such thing as Santa Claus. So, but I prayed that night and I still didn't get the easy bake oven. Okay. Now my mama told me if I said in Jesus' name, my prayers was gonna be answered. Like it would have been so many people, y'all. In a way. People be stuck with material things to the point where they wouldn't even be focused on the message at all. They wouldn't. So it's no sense of trying to sabotage what somebody does or what somebody says, because there's no such, it wouldn't be no way one man that cracks the sky, that glides down from the air, would have been able to deal with this world. This world is just too damn corrupt. It's too corrupt. Because it used to be a point in time where people respect righteous statements or things that touches the soul or the hearts of other people. Now, it ain't like that. Woo. That was confirmation. The enemy is mad. The enemy is mad. Burn my sage. The conscious community will have to come save Jesus. Come on, Jesus. We got you. Okay? We got some sage over here. We got some Palo Santos. All that. We got some candles and all that. Man. Alright? What you want to eat? We got some fruits. We got some vegetables. Like, what kind of fruit you like? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, be careful out here, man. I don't really socialize and talk to everybody because everybody ain't woke. I know what was gonna happen. I knew you was coming. You know what I'm saying? I knew it. I saw it. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta check. I mean, you got up with anybody? You got up with him? There's some females out here. Yeah, I saw them. People like, yeah, I saw them. You would have been talking about the holy hoes, right? And I know a lot of y'all like, you a holy hoe too. Y'all say what the fuck I want to say, okay? I ain't having sex, so I ain't having no sex, so that's pointless. But I don't want to hear none of that, okay? You want them same ones. Jesus would have came back, okay? Y'all would have made you would have been talking so much shit. You'd be like, why did I run to this person? He would have cut the conversation so short with you. He would have gone about his own damn way. Oh, this person talk about people too much. Let me go over here. I'm going over here. I'm going to the person that don't say anything. All right? And he would have been friends with somebody that nobody likes. That's what would have happened. He would have got up and become friends with somebody that nobody likes. And that's only because they'd be the only person that understand him. Only person that would understand. While everybody else doing their own thing, the same old thing, he would have got one person that understands everything he's coming from. Would have asked questions too. So, let me ask you a question. Alright? You got to show me how you do that thing when you came out the sky. Right? While everybody else be trying to clown Jesus because they so stuck with worldly things, playing songs like I Believe I Can Fly with AI and shit. Somebody would be like, hey, teach me how to levitate. Teach me how to do that. For real. Because people do know how to levitate. There's people in the world that know how to lift their bodies from off the ground. Right? But you got to understand science to know that, right? These days. Jesus would have been shuffling cards, helping the people. That's what he would have been doing. People don't think like that. You wouldn't trust what people are doing because of how people are. You say something different, everybody will team up. And as soon as he see a crowd of people coming together with a problem, he gonna have flashback. He gonna have a flashback. We gotta get out of here.